Hello loves, happy Monday for me, but welcome back to the vlog. Today is a Monday. I am bringing you through my day, but we need to catch up because I didn't vlog basically the whole of March, and for good reason. So I thought that I would start this vlog off today just sitting down with you, getting ready for the day, putting my makeup on and just catching you up. I'm also using a whole bunch of new products, and if you've been following me on Instagram, you would already kind of know what I've been buying and trying. So if you're not following me over there, definitely go do that, because whenever I buy something new, I always do a little haul on stories. But you know, I feel like I never get to like jump back on and actually tell you what I think, so I thought I would show you what I'm using in case you missed it, let you know what I think of each of them, and just catch you up on the month that was March 2022, because holy shit, it was something else. It was so full on. There was good, there was bad, there was ugly, and so I'm just gonna tell you everything that happened. And then today is Monday, which means I'm having a CEO day, and I'm gonna bring you through my day, what I do to set up my week. The one intention that I really want to, I guess, lean into a little bit more with the YouTube is really just doing some like CEO content, just showing you guys like what I actually do behind the scenes of my business. I've done like a weekly vlog where I show you kind of like what it looks like during the week, but I kind of want to zoom in a little bit more and show you guys, I guess, like behind the scenes, like really actually show you. So today I have a CEO day. It's really a day where I like sit and hold the vision and get organized for the week. I also do some stuff for myself as well, just to make sure I'm set up for the week. So that's happening today too. So stay tuned. I'm gonna bring you along for all of that, but let's just start by, you are kidding me, this guy next door with the leaf blower. Whatever, we're gonna roll with it. We're just gonna deal with it because I've got things I gotta do and I cannot wait to film. Let's jump in. So firstly, I've moisturized and put SPF on. The moisturizer I use is this Dermaveen one. It's like face and body. It's for sensitive skin. It doesn't irritate me. It's great. I am looking for a new face moisturizer because I don't really have one. The ones that I've been using, like, I'm just not vibing. So if you have a good face moisturizer recommendation, can you please pop it down in the description below? Thank you. And then next I used my SPF. This is SPF 50. It's the Mecca Cosmetica broad spectrum UVA and UVB defense skin perfecting sunscreen. I love it. It actually gives you a glow. It doesn't smell gross. It's a little bit tinted. We love. So now that that skin is all prepped, I'm just gonna start by putting on my foundation, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. Love it. It's new. I'm obsessed with it. It's like medium coverage, and I just apply this with a brush. And I've got a mirror here, so that's why I'm looking that way. Let's talk about the good things first. March started off really great. We launched Mystic Mentorship, which is my course in modern mysticism, and that was really amazing. We are now finished up with that course, and it just went incredibly. It was so amazing to see all the babes like move through the content and just absolutely kill it, to be honest. And during that time as well, we were onboarding our 2 new team members, which was really exciting. The reason I was bringing on 2 more team members is because my old OBM decided that it was time for her to move on. She has like another part of her business that was really growing, and so I wanted to support her in that, and I was like, go forth and conquer, babe. Do your thing. And yeah, we had to hire a new OBM. So we have the beautiful Cassie now who's working with us. And then we also hired during that process Laurie. Laurie is our content manager, my creative assistant. She is the best. She does copywriting for us. Like, we love her. And to be honest, like, that wasn't the plan, was to hire 2 people, but as we were going through the process, well, I really realized with the growth and the scaling of the business that I want to do this year, there was no way that was going to be possible if all the onus was just on me and an OBM. We really needed an extra set of hands. The time was right. We made the move. So happy about it. Just the things that you feel really overwhelmed by, those are the things that you must delegate sooner rather than later. Honestly, it's the best decision I've ever made, is bringing on people. But what I will say is having more hands in my business did bring up some stuff for me. Before I talk about that, this is the concealer I'm using. It's also the Charlotte Tilbury one. It is the Magic Away liquid concealer. She's thick, but she's a beauty. We love her. And you guys will see, like, I have pretty dark circles. She works. She works. So what I was saying was, like, bringing on that extra set of hands, it really made me look at my shit around the art of receivership. And that's the reason why I kind of want to talk about this right now, because you can hire these people and then you can micromanage, right? Like, what's the point in hiring these people if you're not letting them do their job? For me, it really brushed up against my wounds around receiving. I am somebody who's always struggled with receiving help. I'm always like a do-it-yourself kind of person, and having the babes come in was so tough for me. Like, it really was hard for me to just like allow them to actually help me. And I think that that's something that a lot of women in general struggle with, because we're kind of told that we have to do all the tasks. Like, our value in society is fully connected to our ability to give and help other people, right? And I am no exception. That I have definitely fell victim to this idea that I have to do everything and be everything. And I think this is especially like a modern woman problem as well. Like, now we're also like, we've got to work, we've got to do this, we've got to be a part of the family, we've got to be the best wife and be great in the bedroom, and like, it's just a lot. And when you ask for help, you have to actually learn how to receive that help. And that was my biggest battle last month. Like, it's been so amazing, but I really had to like watch myself and be like, babe, chill. You really need to just like let them actually help you, otherwise there's literally no point. And I was really upfront with them, and I just said, like, I'm struggling with this. Like, if I'm micromanaging you, please let me know so that I can stop doing it. And my team was just so amazing. Like, they totally just, I feel like they really appreciated that honesty. Oh, and what I'm using here is Laura Mercier setting powder. We love, this is like a holy grail, you know? It's expensive, but I would say it's worth it, because have a look at my skin. Then we also launched my membership, the Star Society. That was so much work, but it's out in the world. We have 15 founding members, which is just like so amazing. I was like happy with 10. Honestly, that's a really big part of like scaling our business, is I wanted to find something where I could invite women to sit for a cheaper price with me on a more regular basis. And it's all about astrology. It's a membership for the modern mystic to be the center of her own universe. And we talk about personal development and mysticism and spirituality and everything that I love to talk about, and I know so many of you guys love as well. And launching that was honestly one of the more easeful processes that I've ever had. I think that's due to the team that we had during that launch, but also I just felt like a new identity kind of coming through. The branding was like literally giving me butterflies. It was amazing. And so obviously that took up a lot of my attention, time, and energy. Also, this is something that I had on my heart for a really long time. And I know everything happens in divine timing, but there is a part of me that wishes that I did it earlier, not because, oh my God, look, like I wonder where I would be if I had done it earlier, but from the perspective of like, I'm so in love with this offer and I'm loving leading it and teaching it, and it's just so incredible. I know I was ready to do this way earlier than what I did do it. It was just my limiting beliefs. And so I worked through those. If you want to jump into the Star Society, you can join the waitlist, because we'll be opening again in June, and we'll pop that link down in the description. Before we start talking about the bad stuff that happened in March, let me tell you what I'm using on my face here for bronzer. Hourglass. I also have Hoola, but I feel like this is really intense. I don't know, like I used to use this like years ago and it was like the perfect bronzer. I don't know if they've changed the formula on this. I mean, it's fine, but for every day, like I just don't really need it. It's like too sharp. It's like too intense. So I just use this bronzer from Hourglass. It's the Radiant Bronze Light powder, and we just use a little bit just to carve out a little bit and warm us up. Yeah, like it's so lovely. So let's talk about the bad, the intense, the ugly. I mean, obviously everything happens for a reason, right? But holy shit. So obviously we had like floods and things like that. Obviously, if you saw the last vlog, you would have seen that I got stuck in them. It was pretty intense. So it's basically, I mean, we're having quite a nice day today, but it's been like on and off raining for the last, like we literally had flash flooding yesterday. So I don't know, it's just been so intense, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not someone who usually gets like seasonal depression, but your girl was like kind of a little depressed. Like I feel like it was just affecting my ability to like be grateful and thankful for my life. Like I was just finding it so hard. I was like literally struggling to write down my gratitudes every single day. And I really think it came down to the fact that it was the weather and we just like didn't see sun for like a month. I just wanted to say that because I feel like so many people probably felt that over the last month or so, particularly with like everything that's happening in the world. Like if you're in New South Wales or even in Queensland and you were going through like all the rain and all the like horrible weather and you were just like, I am not feeling it, you were not alone. And I just used the Clinique blush. This is Cheek Pop Blush Pop in 13 Rosy Pop. Oh my god, how many pops are in that title? She's okay. She's been like, she's come out of her pot. Like it's a nice color, whatever, you know. Not in love with it, don't hate it, does the job. And then next up I'm going to use my highlighter with this old Sephora brush. And by the way, all the brushes I'm using are Mecca Max, every single brush. And this is, oh god, it's French. It just says like Fort de France, which I know is not how you say that, but that's how you spell it. So if you want to get this, then that's what you would look up. It's just a NARS highlighter, we love. So then on top of that, right at the end of the month, Ziggy got really sick. Really sick. I think it was actually just as we hit April. I don't even know, it's all a blur. But Ziggy, we had some issues with him. He was having seizures and it was really scary. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was really fucking scary. I do not know how people have children. I don't know how people do it. Like watching him have a seizure. He had a seizure last week on Sunday night and that was just like horrific. I'm not going to go into it because like I can't yet. Like it was just so intense. Just even thinking about it makes me feel sick. Like just watching him have a seizure was just the worst thing ever. And then he had his first seizure. We literally within 2 minutes went down to the vet, which is like half an hour away. So we drove him to the vet. There's a lot of COVID restrictions, so we couldn't even go in with him, which was really hard to like just palm him off when he had a seizure. And then we waited in the car and they said like it could have been a seizure, like we don't know, like it's hard to tell. They said just take him home, watch him. If it happens again, like make sure you bring him in. He could have had a seizure, he could have epilepsy, he could have all these things, but we just didn't know at the time. And then Monday night he was fine, and then Tuesday afternoon at like 4 o'clock I was in the shower getting ready for a session with a client and it happened again, and poor Dan was on his own with him. He did the right thing. Like they told us like if it happens again, like film it so you can show us. So he filmed it and everything. Like I was like, you're a champion. Like I cannot believe that you actually had the bandwidth to find your phone and actually do that whilst, you know, your dog is having a seizure. It's the worst. And so anyway, we called the vet. They said you should probably bring him in. We bring him in. They did his blood. So they actually did a blood test that time because it was his second seizure, obviously within 48 hours. They basically like just said to us his bloods are fine, which means he has epilepsy. So we're putting him on medication and that's that. You know what? Like they were actually so good. It was an animal hospital and they just honestly did such a good job. They cared about him so much. They just were really supportive with us. They were like being really honest, but they weren't being like fatalistic, which I know with vets, like you have to like give people like the worst case scenario. But like the vet that we saw, her name was Yvonne. She was amazing. She was Dutch. And she was like just so honest with us, but still really hopeful. And that's all we really needed. Yeah, we walked away with medication. He will be on that medication for the rest of his life. And it's been really hard watching him alchemize to the medication. They warned us and said that he would be really sedated and he would be really wobbly on his feet for the first 2 weeks as he's sort of like alchemized to the medication. But honestly, that's been the toughest thing to watch, is like those first couple of days he was very sedated. He was not the same dog. And I had a moment where I was like, my dog's different. Like he's not Ziggy anymore. You guys know Ziggy, like how he runs around and he's so lively. And I had a real moment where I was like, and it was like raining that day again, like the rain, the weather, it was just like a lot. And I just like cried like 2 days after he started his medication. It was just really tough. Let me tell you what I'm putting on my eyebrows before I go on. So this is the Kosas Air Brow Gel. Quick side note, as you can see, I had my brows done. They're very like large and in charge. We have found an amazing eyebrow lady. Guys, if you've been with me on the journey, you will know how hard this journey has been for me. And I found the perfect eyebrow lady, as you can see. I did this thing called hybrid, which is like a dye. So it's like a little more than a tint, a little less than henna. We love. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on, nothing too crazy, just to fluff them up. But back to what I was saying, I'm going to have to look here, about zing. Like after I had that little breakdown, the next day his personality was back, but he's still extremely wobbly. He just like falls like off things. Like he can't shake his body because he'll just like sort of fall over. We noticed today that I feel like the wobbles are a little less than what they were yesterday. Like he'll literally be standing still and he's like literally like wobbling. Now this is all completely normal. They said that this would happen, that it would take 2 weeks, so I'm not worried at all. He's booked in for a blood test in like 2 weeks, but holy shit, like the toll that it took on me, like he's fine. Like he's fine, he's doing his thing, but my nervous system after those 2 vet visits and everything else has been completely shot. And to be completely honest, today was the first day that I actually felt like normal. Like I tried to vlog over the weekend, I just couldn't. Like I just didn't have the energy. I've been off socials like for the last couple of days. I don't even think I'm gonna go back today. I have just needed time to go slow and just chill. And I think as a business owner it can be really hard, particularly when you're online. It's like your business only runs when you show up online, right? It's hard when you're going through stuff and you're not feeling great and you're not feeling like you can serve. Like I've seen clients, like I'm doing all these things and I still wanted to do that because that always brings me joy. And it was just one of those things where I was like, I do not have the capacity to give anything more than the bare minimum of what I have to give today. Like that is something I'm gonna have to like conjure up, and that is hard for me to work through. I know that that's real and that's true and that's fine, but when it happens, when I have to make that hard decision for myself and show up for my mental health and, you know, my own energy and take responsibility for that, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I am working through that voice in my head that's saying you gotta get it together, you gotta get it together. But it is hard and it's tough, and that's honestly how you get through it is you choose the thing that you know is right for you rather than the thing that you want to do, or falling victim to that negative self-talk and then obviously running yourself into the ground. So I'm really proud of myself. Before I put mascara on, I'm gonna do eyelash curling, which I don't normally do. This is gold and beautiful, which we love, but I've noticed that my eyelashes on the ends, so I just try to get the ends as much as I can, they're really straight. I thought maybe an eyelash curler might be the go. Ugh. I actually hate doing this, but whatever, let's see if it works. I feel like it doesn't work, but I feel like there's also a trick. If I was to like heat up my eyelashes, I know that sounds really weird, but if I think about it as hair, it's like it needs heat. Like I don't think it's doing anything. Anyway, any eyelash curling tips? I don't want to get them lifted. I feel like my eyes get way too irritated when I do that. Oh, and I'm using their Real. And I always use the travel size because the travel size brush is a better sized brush. So that's a little hot tip. I feel like you can really get in there. And it's obviously cheaper. Like that was only like 20 bucks or something. Oh, actually that side's quite good. Maybe I take it all back. Wow, that's actually really lifted. Okay, I take it back. So anyway, that is why I didn't vlog in March. That is why I decided, you know what, we're not going to be able to do that. There was just so much going on in the business. And then for lips, I'm just doing a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. This is Love Trap in the Cheat Lip. And then I'm going to put a little bit of gloss over the top. But this is the look for today. Very chill, nothing too crazy. That's it. That's it. Let's go down and start everything for the day. Okay, so I'm down in my office now and I want to kind of take you through what I do when I first open my laptop on a Monday. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is make sure that I am looking at my calendar. That's the first thing. We want to go through and just see what the hell is actually happening today before we start thinking about what the week's going to look like. We just want to make sure that we are all good to go. I use Google Calendar. If you don't have a Google Calendar, I don't know how you live your life. I really do not know. If you don't have a Google Calendar, get on a Google Calendar or an Apple Calendar. But even then, I feel like Apple Calendar is like the Android of calendar systems. I said it and I'm not sorry. So Google Calendar is my life. And then I'm doing this thing with Notion at the moment. If you have not heard of Notion, you also need to get on top of this. Whether you're a CEO or whether you're just someone living your best life, you need to be on Notion. Oh my God, you know what I might do? I might see if I can do a little like loom, like a little video and like a little screen recording so I can show you what I actually do. Oh my God, guys, we're doing it.
I figured it out. I wanted to show you inside my Notion. This is something that I've been using just for me as a CEO. So you guys can see here with Notion, you kind of have like a dashboard sort of moment. And I have my personal stuff, which I haven't really explored too much yet, but I've been using it a lot for my stuff within the business. I have my CEO priorities, content stuff for the membership, just tasks that I have to do for April, notepads for teaching, business reflections, quarterly planning. Let me know if you guys like this sort of stuff and I can share more with you. But it's Monday. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go into my CEO priority tasks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today's Monday, so let's sort of like concentrate on this. But this sort of space right here is all of my priorities as the CEO in my business. What do I actually have to do every single day to make sure that my business runs? Now, I tick these off during the week, and then on Monday, I come back in, or on a Sunday night, and unclick all of these. So basically, I just use this over and over and over every single week. Today, obviously, I have to do some communication, some personal emails, business client check-ins, audience engagement, respond to clients, Voxer with my team. Then obviously showing up on socials. I said earlier, that's not something that I'm going to be doing today. So instead of just having it there as a box unclicked, we're going to just boom, we don't have to worry about that today. Financials, that is something that I'm going to have to do today. I do that on a fortnightly basis. I also, let's just move you guys. Oh my God, I love how I can move everybody over. The weekly planning and scheduling. So I'm actually going to go into my calendar and actually put everything in. Approvals, do all my Asana tasks. And I usually teach group offerings on Mondays as well. If I have any group offerings, which I do today, I am teaching Purpose to Paycheck, plan out the class, and obviously teach as well. So once I've kind of gotten, okay, I know what I have to do, I'm going to go over to my Google Calendar. So now I'm over here on my Google Calendar and I'm going to have a look at what's going on for the week. So I have all of my calendars here. This is for any sort of sessions, my CEO schedule. So you'll see me use that in a second. Content, any sort of content that I have to film. I have a launch calendar, lifelines, they're deadlines, but I call them lifelines. And then I also have like personal. These are sort of like calendars that I will share with clients so that they can add it to their calendar for any sort of like group offerings. So yeah, love that. So what I'm going to do is, okay, Monday. Now I know it's 11 o'clock, but over the next hour, I'm going to basically put in all the tasks that I'm going to do from my Notion. And then because I want to put that on the right calendar, that's a CEO task. So I'm going to put it there, save, amazing. So I know exactly what I'm doing. I know where my calls are. I know everything that's happening. And now I'm basically going to go back to my Notion and bring it down to here. So this is anything that I like have to do from a task perspective. So I'm going to go through and obviously task everything out for what else I need to do. And then also up here, I like to just put in my top priorities and my focus for the week. So I'm just going to put 3 top priorities that I know have to happen this week. So everything is all there, ready to rock, ready to go. I find that this has been the easiest way. Like you just saw how quick that was. I know what I'm doing today. And now I'm just going to go in and just do that for the rest of the week. I would love to take you even more deeply into the back of my Notion, into the back of how I do everything. So if this really helps and serves, let me know. But I'm going to jump into those tasks because as you can see, I have a workout that's coming up in about an hour.
He's even playing the game.
Oh my God, it's the head on the chest for me. It's fucking hilarious. No, don't do that. That's so mean. Because you can't have it.
That's not nice. You wouldn't mind on that.
I feel like all you do is give him banana. I think this is so powerful for everything that you're moving through. It's like the affirmation, I am okay with the unknown, is something that really got me through really tough times in my life. What's up? What's up? Come here. I'm about to jump into this workout, and I just wanted to say before I do that this is my first PT session in a really long time. If you've been following me for a while, you will know that I did PT back in Sydney. I had the same PT for like 5 years. So I've been thinking about ways in which I can kind of start my movement routine again. I definitely feel like my body needed a break. I've been working really deeply on my chronic pain, and that's been really helpful just for me to like get back in contact with my body again. And now that I feel like I'm ready to start really sort of getting into a really disciplined routine with my movement, I wanted to get a PT, and one of my clients just started her PT business, Ollie Tour. I'll put her links down in the description. If you guys want to book a session with her, I highly recommend, because she does more like feminine movement. It's astrological fitness that she does. So what that really means is that there's a sense of inner work that happens with the PT. The sessions look very different to your average PT session. There's meditations, there's intention settings. It's just totally up my alley. I guess I'll share with you guys what my intention is basically by the end of this program, which is a 12-week program with her that I'm signed up for. I want to be working out 3 times a week, once with her, obviously. I want to do a yoga class once a week, and then I also want to do some sort of like dance class. So originally I was just going to do pole, but then my massage lady told me that there's salsa classes, and that really sparked my interest. So I was like, maybe it's just about doing like pole and salsa or something like that. I just want something that I feel like my exercise routine needs to come back to, stuff that I actually enjoy. I'm gonna go jump into my first session with her. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'm very excited, but another reminder, moving your body and being connected to your body is extremely important if you are wanting to lead, if you're wanting to be a CEO, if you're wanting to make your purpose a reality, if you want to do the damn thing, you've got to be connected with your body and you've got to be treating it well. And so I'm making that change today, and I'm really excited about it. Yes. Yeah, good. I mean, that's as like high as my heart rate. I want my heart rate to go. I'm not gonna lie. That workout was so good. I'm feeling so much more energized after that, and I honestly could not recommend Ollie more highly. Please go and check her out if you haven't already. She's amazing. I just felt so taken care of, so like it's just like intentional movement. And there's something different about intentional movement that isn't aesthetic based. It hits different with me. It just simply hits different. So now I'm gonna make some lunch, and we don't have a lot of food in the house. I think I wanna have like my full on soup. Oh my God, what is this? What is this? Because I am just feeling a little stressed today, and I think it's probably important for me to talk about what is stressing me out, and I'm stressed about money. Yep, I'm stressed about money. And what I will say is that this is a totally normal thing. It's not that I don't have money. It's not that we're not making money. It's not that at all. It's that we are expanding as a company so rapidly, and it scares the shit out of me. It scares the shit out of me to see how much I'm investing in my business. And so with that scale is a jump, you know, with hiring an extra person and all these things. And there's just so many moving parts when it comes to the finances of that I think that it's just making me feel a little anxious. And whenever I'm feeling anxiety, the one thing I always come back to is anxiety lives in the future. Yeah, so I'm sitting here catastrophizing what could happen if I don't act right. Yeah, and because for me, I think a lot of my internal worth comes from work ethic and financial stability and my ability to earn. It's really hard when you're making transitions and changes to understand that yes, like there are some things that have to be pulled back, but I think definitely like my pride gets in the way a little bit of like I'll lose freedom if I invest more. And it's like I know and have like hardcore numbers, believe me, I've done the numbers on like what this investment, what these shifts, what these changes and everything when it comes to cash flow and money, what they're actually going to allow. But it's my smallness that keeps me anxious about the fact that it will fail and my ability to think that I'm not enough. And it's just definitely something that I'm like kind of just in the thick of, literally in this moment. And I don't even know if any of that makes sense. I pray that it does. The one thing that I do when I am feeling anxious is just tap into the things that make me feel good. For me, that's 2-minute noodles. That was the biggest excuse. The way it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. But I love 2-minute noodles so much. And I also love, wait for it, hagao, prawn dumpling. So I'm going to cook these up, eat them, love them, and then continue to do some more work this afternoon. But it's really simple. Basically, you just get these, you get 6 of them, you steam them. It takes 10 minutes, cook these bad boys. So I'm gonna go do that now. And I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. Okay, I'm making this quick because I just need this in my body. So we have the noodles. We have the hagao, yeah? We just mix it all together. We put a little tiny bit of soy sauce. That's it. Also keep a soy sauce on the side for dipping. We mix it together. We love our life. And then you want to use like a decent amount of soup as well. Like I put a lot of soup in. We eat. So this is my comfort food and I love it. I love this for me. Oh, actually this is the other part. It's kind of like a part of the meal. Is a Coca-Cola. All those people who thought that I was healthy, which I think sometimes is an assumption that people have about like coaches or anyone who's in like the spiritual community that we're like really healthy. I mean, I think you know by now that's not me. But I'm gonna watch RuPaul's Drag Race, eat my food, and then I'm gonna get into my work, so I'll catch you after. So it's a little bit later now. I am about to teach my mastermind class, Purpose to Paycheck. This is our last month of a 6-month mastermind, and I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't emotional about it. Watching these women step into becoming leaders and entrepreneurs and pursuing their purpose is honestly one of my greatest joys. It's something that I started teaching about kind of on a whim last year, was business. And what I realized was that it was the most deepest delight. As someone who has always felt so deeply connected to their own career, being a part of the solution for other women as well is really, it just hits different. It hits different with me. Tonight, we're talking all about reflection and projection, reflecting on Q1, projecting for Q2, and what I wanted to do was get really vulnerable with them and take them behind the scenes of what happened in my Q1 and what I really believe when it comes to business mentorship and esoteric entrepreneurship is that the inner work plays just as big of a part as the processes, the systems, the automations, the money, the cash flow, the hiring, the delegating, all of the business stuff, the offers, everything. Like that's all great. But when you are your product, when you're a service provider, a practitioner, a coach, which is what I specialize in teaching, particularly working online, your inner work is everything. Everything. Like it is so important. And so tonight I'm taking them behind the scenes of my Q1 and getting vulnerable with them about the inner work that it presented to me, and I really hope that it just inspires them. I just hope that my vulnerability tonight allows them to feel empowered. So I'm really excited, but yeah, let's do this. Wow, oh my God, that was such a beautiful class. My vulnerability was received so beautifully. Oh, it's such a good feeling when this happened. That felt really beautiful and deep and amazing. And I'm just so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. I mean, I just can't believe that like we've had basically 9 months together, because there's a course that I teach called Purpose to Paycheck, and then this is a mastermind that is created out of women who want to continue from that container. So if you want to jump into the next Purpose to Paycheck, I want you to go to the link down in the description and put your details forth, because like to think that 9 months ago they had like an idea, a maybe, a dream, and now like they're all doing the thing. Like they're doing the damn thing. And if that's you, if you want to create your dream career and make it your paycheck, come and join us. Just come and join us, because it's just incredible. It's just so good. I'm gonna leave the vlog here, dance making spag bol. But I will leave you with this. Did I get everything done today? Actually, let's check and see if I got everything on my to-do list done today. Oh my God, today was actually one of the days where I did literally everything I said I was gonna do. You know why? I think that was because I worked out today. People always say that working out like gives them more energy. That's never been my story. Until I started working out with Ollie, and I think it's just through like the intentionality that she brings. Today we did it all. Pat on the back for me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. If you enjoyed this vlog, please let me know down in the comments. Tell me your favorite part. I did things a little bit differently in this vlog, so I definitely want to know. Did you like the little loom that I did? Did you like, just tell me. I just would love to know. But sending you all the love. I'll see you very, very soon in the next vlog. And until then, have an amazing day, night, week, life. I love you so much. Mwah.